Learn a tea for catching up on sleep fast. You are suffering with insomnia. Many people know that the passion fruit is good to help us sleep better, but what many people do not know is that mainly the benefits to help us sleep better is actually in the leaves of the passion fruit tree, and not only in the passion fruit itself, although the passion fruit is very good to help us sleep better. But the main benefit is in the leaves, so if you have the opportunity you can take leaves from a passion fruit tree. With the passion fruit leaves, you don't need many leaves. You need only one leaf, at most 2 leaves. Stay until the end of this video so you don't miss anything in this recipe. But before I teach you, leave your comments here from which city you are watching this video. In the next video, I'll send you a special hug. So you can be drying this here. You can take several leaves and put them in the sun, and then you make this tea with the dried leaves. In this case you are going to use, if you do this, you are going to use a whole leaf, this one, just dried up. You can make it with an average of 200 milliliters of water in one dried leaf. So you end up managing to preserve these leaves here, if you dry them in the sun. Today's hug goes to Maria Jose Duarte from Sao Paulo. Maria, thank you very much for following me here. In this case I'm going to use more or less 2 leaves here. These ones aren't dried out, so I'm going to do it this way to let it get a little stronger. So what I'm going to do, I've already put the water here. It's more or less 250, almost 300 milliliters of water, which you can do with 250 milliliters. I put a little more water, which I'm counting will evaporate a little bit. So because I put a little more, and you can chop the leaves by doing this. I have washed these leaves before. I left well washed, before starting this video. I let it dry and now I'm going to get it, and I'm going to turn on the fire here, and when it starts boiling, and I'll be right back. You see here we just boiled the water, so as soon as the water boils you can let this one rest for about 7 minutes before you drink it. The ideal time for you to consume this tea is before you go to sleep, at the time that you already know that you are going to sleep. You can go about 20 minutes before you go to sleep and prepare it. The tea can do this process here, and you can be ingesting it. Remembering that this tea, it is contraindicated only if you already have very low blood pressure, or you have depression, or if you have very low blood pressure. This tea is not recommended if you have this, because it can aggravate your case even more. Another thing that is also very important is that when you take this tea here, you have to avoid. On the day that you want to sleep better, you have to avoid taking for example coffee, green tea, black tea and eat chocolate too, because chocolate is something that few people know. It can disturb your sleep a little because it is stimulating, and also if you can you should eat a very light dinner, and you should not eat too much before you sleep because all this will not help you sleep much. And if you do the way I'm doing, remembering also that sweetening the tea or not is optional, you can be sweetening it with normal sugar white, which I do not advise. If you want to lose weight you can also sweeten, for example, with honey that is recommended, or also with brown sugar, in small amounts. I think it would be ideal, or so it is, that if you want to have a better sleep follow these tips, and make this tea with passion fruit leaves. I'm sure it will help a lot in your sleep. I really hope that you have enjoyed this recipe. A hug to all and see you in the next video. Bye.